Hi there, I'm Steph from Blues Point. Now there's nothing that will kill the excitement of receiving a job offer than having to hand in your resignation to your current employer. It's not something any of us particularly enjoy. Now I've been through this a few times myself, albeit many years ago. And no matter how much you perhaps didn't like the job, you can't help feeling guilty. So why is that? Why do we feel guilty? I think it's because we feel like perhaps we're letting our employer down, because we feel like we're letting our colleagues down, or maybe just a feeling of failure because we're moving on, even if it's to bigger and better things. But whatever the reason is why we feel guilt, it's important to focus on the reasons why you're moving on, and don't let last minute feelings of guilt sway you from the decision that you've made. So that's what I'm talking about today. It's reasons why you shouldn't feel guilty for handing in your resignation, because it's very important that you follow through with the decision that you made. So we've got 5 reasons. Okay, so the first one is it's not personal. Okay, so you're moving on for your own reasons. You're not trying to hurt someone else's feelings. You're doing it for you. So just remember when you make that decision that it's not personal against your employer. So just do what's right for you. The second thing is, imagine if the business were making you redundant. They wouldn't feel guilty because, again, it's not personal. It's just business. It's just the way things fall sometimes. So, put yourselves in each other's shoes and, just try and see it from their perspective. So, again, it's not personal. The third reason is your colleagues will be fine without you. So sometimes that can be a reason to want to hold on to your job because you feel like you're letting people down. But you know what? No one is irreplaceable, even though you might feel like you've become irreplaceable if you've been in the business for quite a long time. You'll keep in touch with people, you'll still be friends, but again, you're doing it for you and for your own reasons. The fourth thing is a change can be really good for you, and you shouldn't underestimate the importance of just making a positive change in your life. So always bear in mind the reasons why you decided to change jobs, the reasons why things weren't perfect in the role that you're in, and a change will always do you good. And finally, if you give in to the pressure from your employer and decide to accept a counter-offer and stay in your job, nothing will really change. Ultimately, you'll find yourself in the same position a few months on. You might have received a small pay rise, you might have received a change in job title or something like that, but fundamentally the reasons why you left will still be there, and you'll find yourself in the same position, but the only difference being that the job that you actually wanted to leave for is no longer available to you. So that's the most important thing to bear in mind. So those are our 5 reasons why you shouldn't feel guilty about handing in your resignation. In summary, when it comes to handling last minute resignation doubts, be prepared to stand firm on your decision. If you've done a great job, then of course your current employer will be sad to see you go, and the idea of just staying where you are can be very, very tempting. But accepting a counter-offer is very risky. It can leave you very vulnerable as an employee that has effectively showed their hand. So it's best to make a clean break, and again, remember, it's not personal. So thank you very much. Please look out for next week's video when I'll be looking in more detail about the consequences of accepting a counter-offer. Thanks very much. Have a great day.